Om. Om. ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हृदाकाशे सदा भान्तं शान्तमानन्दरूपिणं ज्ञानभानुमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं सत्यसायिनम् ॐ मित्राय नमः ॐ रवये नमः ॐ भानवे नमः ॐ खगाय नमः ॐ पूष्णे नमः ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः ॐ मरीचये नमः ॐ आदित्याय नमः ॐ भास्कराय नमः ॐ ह्रां अर्काय नमः ॐ आदित्याय नमः ॐ भास्कराय नमः ॐ ह्रां ह्रीं ह्रूं ह्रैं ह्रौं ह्रः मित्ररविसूर्यभानुखगपूषहिरण्यगर्भमरीच्यादित्य सवित्रार्कभास्करेभ्यो नमः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Let us all be together. Let us all be nourished together. Let us all work together with great vigor. May our studies shine and illumine our intellects. May we not hate or contradict each other. Let there be peace, peace, and peace. Offering our collective love at the divine lotus feet of Vishwamata, Jaganmata, Sai Mata. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hari Om, Shalom, Sai Ram, Namaste. This thing called Mother's Day is really a hoax. To call one day of an year Mother's Day and just remember that mother one day in a year is complete, utter rubbish. Mother has to be constantly adored in the heart, not every day, but every moment of your life. Without this mother, there is no existence, period. And this mother that we are talking about is not just the physical mother. Physical mother gave you this birth. And if you really understood why she gave you the birth, you will do what you need to do, understanding the purpose and intent of our lives and living every moment in the divine presence and awareness of this mother. Physical mother does only a small part of what you need to do. Very small part, in fact. But then there is this physical mother that literally from her scriptures has to give you up at an age of 8 and hand you over to Vedamata. From the rest of your life, it is this Veda Mata that protects you. If you understood what I'm talking about. At 8 years of age, the mother has to give you up to Veda Mata, handing you over to Gayatri Mantra. And the rest of your life is about Gayatri Mantra. The rest of the life is protected by Gayatri Mata, she is the Veda Mata. Gayatam trayate iti Gayatri. Gayantan trayate iti Gayatri. Gayati trayate iti Gayatri. I'm not going to explain all the meanings. Go look at the Nitya, the Sandhya Vandanam classes that were conducted. And what that Mother Gayatri does is brings awareness. Whether your physical mother exists with you or not, the awareness exists all. Awareness is what you have born with and what you are. And then even before your physical mother has taken care of you, the Mother Earth is the one that is responsible for bringing you down onto the earth. Without her, even if how hard your mother would have pushed, you would not have come out. So therefore, it is that Mother Earth that hugs you first, then the physical mother. The rest of the life is Veda Mata, and Gayatri Mantra is the Go Mata. Gayatri Mantra is the Go Mata. Go Mata doesn't mean mother cow. Go, Gaya, Go really means individual self. That which protects your individual self is Gayatri Mata. And that is Go Mata. Then there is Desha Mata, the motherland that sustains you and protects you and gives you a society to practice your Veda Dharma. To all the mothers, the 5 mothers, Deha Mata, physical mother, Desha Mata, motherland, Go Mata, individual self, Veda Mata, awareness, and Bhumata, Mother Earth, to all the mothers and beyond, Happy Mother's Day. And most importantly, the mother of all the mothers, Sai Mata. Today is also the auspicious Buddha Purnima, Vaishakha Shuddha Purnima. Is the Buddha Purnima. It is one of the Guru Purnimas. 4 Guru Purnimas in the year. In May, it is Buddha Purnima. In July, it is Vyasa Purnima. In November, it is Kartika Purnima, which is Guru Nanak Purnima. And in December, it is Datta Purnima, the Parameshti Guru. All these Purnimas represent significant aspect of mindfulness, which is the grace of the Guru. Guri, Guru, Giri. I won't explain anymore. Write down and think about what they mean. Guri, Guru, Giri. Some people are writing down, some people are still trying to figure out if they should write down or not. Huh? Write it down and meditate on the 3 terms. Guri. Guri means target. I'll give the English. Guri means target, aim, purpose. Guru is the one who shows the path to the target. The path to the target. Giri is the summit. That is the essence of Guru Purnima. Buddha Purnima. The essence of Buddha Purnima in 4 words, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba has given to this body when it was supposed to do a satsang on a Buddha Purnima in Vancouver, Sai Center. Oh God, I don't even remember how long that was ago. The night before, I was telling Bhagwan, I never read any of Buddha's teachings, Dhammapatam, nothing. Never been exposed to Buddhism. And tomorrow I have to talk on Buddha. I don't know anything about Buddha because I am a Buddhu. Huh? Very compassionately, God gave 4 words and said, this is the essence of Buddhism. And that's it. He disappeared, just like I gave 3 words and asked you to do homework. Morning, 4 o'clock, he said 4 words. Buddhu, Buddha. Buddhi, Buddha. Buddhu, Buddha. Buddhu means fool, ignorant. Buddha means old fellow. Buddhi means intellect. Buddha means enlightened. And he said, this is the essence of Buddhism. Go figure it out. For the rest of the 4 hours was just meditating on those 4 words only. And the entire Buddhism was unraveled because of the grace of the Master Sai, who has condensed the essence of all scriptures into simple words, not even discourses. That contemplating on that enlightenment, which is associated physically, directly as the sun god, Jnana Bhanu. The real sun gives, the physical sun gives light, but Bhagavan gives enlightenment. Buddha means the one who is enlightened. Buddhi means the intellect. What is enlightenment? I won't get into that topic, but when time permits, we'll go into what is Buddha's teaching about enlightenment. And when we started this Aruna Prashna, we started with actually Buddhism. Anybody understand? Anybody knows what that Buddhism teaching was? What did we started this Aruna Prashna class with Buddhism. Raise your hand if you connected to what I'm saying. On the reactions. We started Aruna Prashna with Buddhism. Nobody has any clue?
Is it the Bhadram Karnevis?
Yes. What is Buddhism about that?
The Sangam Sharanam. Coming together as a Sangam.
Close. Not coming together is correct. But what is more specific? See, he's very smart. He said we started Aruna Prashna with Buddhism. So he said we start with Bhadram Karnevi. So therefore he has connected.
Correct, sir. Samyak.
There's somebody, Hitesh. Yes, Hitesh. Hitesh has raised his hand. Hitesh.
Sairam,
Hitesh.
Uncle
Yeah,
Shaitan.
answer the question. Yeah, okay, Benita, okay.
It's the Eightfold Path where we're talking about the right understanding, the right thoughts, the right speech, the right action, the right livelihood, the right effect, the right mindfulness, and the right concentration.
Jai Sai Ram. That is a student. That's a real student. The Eightfold Path is Bhadram Karnevi mantra. That is the essence of Buddhism. Thank you. You made my day. That's the exact answer. The Eightfold Path of Buddhism. Samyak Shravanam, Samyak Drishti, Samyak Bhavam. All of that represents the essence of Buddhism. The essence of enlightenment does not it does not mean you getting enlightened. Individual enlightenment is not what Buddhism is. Individual enlightenment is not Buddha. Buddhi, Buddha. What is the difference, Durga Prasad?
Buddhi, as you said, it's intelligence, gnanam. Buddha is who is an enlightened person.
Okay, very simple, no? I and A. Buddhi, Buddha, what is the difference? I and A. I and A. Intellect is limited to I. When that intellect expands to all, from individual I to all, that is Buddha. If your intellect is retained only for yourself, selfishness, then that is Buddhi. If you have one, but don't get any delusion. 99% are Buddhus only. Out of those 99% Buddhus, maybe a few percentage will have Buddhi. Out of that, one in a zillion, gazillion will be a Buddha who is able to completely expand the intellect from individual I to all. And that is Bhadrankarnebhi mantra. That is the eightfold path of Buddha. He said, do not limit your awareness only to yourself. Expand it, share it. Therefore, this quest of doing this Rudra Parayanam together, bringing together everyone across the world, doing this Devi Matnya Parayanam, bringing everyone across the world. If you are only limited to doing it in South Bay, East Bay, this Atlanta, some other place, you are all still lakes. You have not come together as the river, as the Samvatsara. Anushascha Mahashascha. So, mantralu urke jappatam kaadu, not simply chanting mantras. In every thought, word, and deed, are they working through you? Is the mantra working through you? Even if you have 5 people that can assemble together and join the collective monthly Ekadashi Rudram, join collectively monthly Devi Mahachya Parayanam. Why it is important? Not because, it doesn't matter to the individual, but if you are an enlightened person, it matters. I don't want to do it alone. It has to be samyak puja, samyak bhavam. I cannot even comprehend why 5 people cannot get together and chant and join the whole flow of the river. Why they cannot do it? It beats me, because that's what is called as, the quest of expansion consciousness. And that quest of expansion consciousness is the essence of Buddhism. Now, why we talked about the sun god represents enlightenment. Enlightenment is Buddha. And that enlightenment comes only when you expand from I to all, from I to we, from illness to wellness. That is the essence of the first class. From arpana to samarpana, samyak arpana. That is the essence of spiritual life. Expansion is my life, Bhagavan has said. My life is my message. Expansion is my life. And to expand, first you need to understand, be aware of your own individual aspects, and that is Buddhi. That which discriminates and understands and brings the awareness of your own thought, word, and deed, and integrity of your own thought, word, and deed. That is Buddhi. And that Buddhi, when it expands to all, becomes Buddha. And in this Buddha, in this enlightened Jnana Bhanum Aham Vande Sadgurum Satyasayinam. And in this Jnana Bhanu is shining everything, including what we are looking at as the seasons. Please bring up the text. Everybody is impatient. When will he get to the class? I have only 40 minutes left. Oh, yes, exactly 40 minutes left. So we completed last week about the beautiful aspect of the Varsha Rutu. Varsha Rutu again representing Samvatsarinam Karma Phalam Varsha Bhirdadata Saha. Karma Phalam. This is another beautiful thing about what Buddha has taught. Buddha's quest is all about what is the reason for dukkha. Adukkho dukkha chakshuriva tadmapita iva drishyate sitena avyathayanniva rurudaksha iva drishyate khladayate ejwalataschaiva shamyatascha chakshushi yavai praja bhragushyante संवत्सरात्ता भ्रगुष्यन्ते याः प्रतितिष्ठन्ति संवत्सरेताः प्रतितिष्ठन्ति वर्षाभ्य इत्यर्थः. So as you can see this beautiful mantra applying to Buddhism, adukkho dukkha chakshuriva. The soul has no sorrow associated with it. But Buddha's only question about the quest was, why is there suffering? Dukkha. Why does dukkha exist? Why do we suffer? That is the only question. Go check it out. And Buddhas always suffer for no reason. They become old Buddhas and then they die with sorrow. And when they die, a lot of people are happy. A few around them will cry for a few days. Adukkho dukkha chakshuriva. So this aspect about karma, dukkha, is the essence of Buddhism. And this samvatsara, yaf pratitishtanti, that beautiful mantra of mantra pushpam, about samvatsara, samvatsara pratitishtanti, pratyeva tishtati. Samvatsaram, that in which you exist and you flow collectively. Varshabhya ityardha. What is the meaning of Varsha? If karma phalam is coming as raindrops, and when those raindrops, only when they fall into this flowing thing called samvatsara, which is like that of a river, and that we talked about before, tannadyo abhisamayanti. Only when this raindrops are falling into the river, and that river can produce wonderful food. If that rain water is not captured into a river, that rain will become useless. Therefore, we create catchments of the rain so that those catchments become the wonderful source of producing the food that is required. So therefore, when your karma is acting through you, and then when you decide to be part of a river, not as an individual, whether you are enlightened or not, just being in the company of those that are flowing towards God, and in that company, when you fall as a raindrop into that flowing river, your life will become useful and meaningful in the context of giving food and in love and in service for others. And ultimately, you will also reach the end, which will never end. That is the ocean. Varshabhya ityartha. This is the spiritual meaning of what it is. Then akshidukkhotthitasyaiva viprasanne kaninike ankte chad ganannasti rubhunan tannibodhata. Very smart. He's now doing the Padapatha and the... Oh, is that right? You're doing... So the first one has to be broken. Akshidukkaha on the Padapatha side. Akshidukkaha, dukkhaha. Then uthitasya eva. So that if we have to break after KHA, H, akshidukkaha. Uthitasya eva. Having removed from this, tearfulness, akshi, dukkha, uthitasya eva. Uthita means taken off. I think we went through these 4 last week. Viprasanne kaninike, the eyes get completely cleared. Ankte chad ganannasti, just like a beautiful collyrium that is applied to these eyes, it shines, and that shining that has happened is the grace of these demigods called Rubhus. Rubhunan tannibodhata. So Rubhu are the presiding deities for the Sharadrutu. Rubhu. Who are the presiding deities for spring? Vasu. Presiding deities for summer? Rudra. Presiding deities for rainy season? Aditya. Presiding deities for autumn are Rubhus. So who are these Rubhus? There's a lot described about these Rubhus, especially in Rig Veda. There is a lot given about these Rubhus. Very simply put, they are supposed to be children of Rudras and Mother Earth Prishni, a form of Mother Earth called Prishni. But we won't get into that mythological part, which mostly is not relevant to other faiths. My sister Raslana mentioned that when you talk about Hindu gods, I have to spend more time explaining to all these Russians who they are. Then I said, thanks for this feedback. I will refrain from talking about Hindu gods. Only to that extent that is required as a reference to understand. Not that it is a bad thing or not from that point of view. Knowing that aspect is important only as a reference point. But really speaking, all these words, all these contexts, they are universally applicable. All Veda mantras are universally applicable. When they are universally applicable, there is nothing called, it is only relevant to that particular god, that particular aspect of it. Rubhus actually also means the rays of the sun that shine forward without any hindrance. So therefore, in Sharadrutu, in autumn, this incredible, beautiful, clear sky and a beautiful, clear moon. As I was talking, Sharadindu, Chandrika, Mandahasam, Sharat Indu, Sharadindu, Chandrika, Mandahasam, Spurat, Indivaralochana Aravinda, Samana Sundarashyam, Aravinda Anana Sundarim, Upasmahe. This is a prayer shloka on Mother Sharada. Sharada, the root of the word Sharada comes from Sharat. Sharat is the root of the word Sharada. So this beautiful sky and the sun clearly shining through, because after the rainy season, all the clouds are cleared, and therefore the grace of this Rubhus, Rubhunan Nibodhata, is the set of those four mantra. Om Akshidukhothitasyaiva Viprasanne Kaninike Ankte Chadganannasti Rubhuna Antannibodhata. Please chant, Saram. Chant, Shama.
ॐ अक्षिदुःखोथितस्यैव
Nartita, Thita.
थित
No.
अक्षिदुःखोत्थितस्यैव विप्रसन्ने कनीनिके आङ्क्ते चाद्गणन्नास्ति रभूना antannibodhata.
So, Anktecha, like ice that are applied with this collyrium, Adganam na asti. Adganam means there is no obstacle anymore for this rays of sun to come through very clearly onto the earth. So there is no, so remember this beautifully related to Buddhism and Buddha Purnima. Akshidukha utthitasya eva, when this eyes, your vision is cleared of anything associated with dukkha, then what happens? Your vision becomes completely clear. Viprasanne kaninike. You will have complete clear vision. Clear vision of what? To see the self in all, from I to A, Buddhi to Buddha. Buddhi is representing also the association with eyes. You understand where that mantra comes? Buddhi associated with eyes. Seeing is associated with intellect, and in particular mantras that we chant, who is represented as the eyes and the Buddhi?
Sun.
Sun. What is the mantra?
Chakro Suryo Ajayata.
Chaksho Suryo Ajayata. Beautiful, no? Excellent. And see, all the young adults are answering the questions. The older guys still are figuring out what am I here for. That I'm very proud. Benita giving that answer on Eightfold Path immediately. Chaksho Suryo Ajayata. Immediately it should come. Hey, where did I see this? Chakshu Surya. Huh? So from Surya, Chaksho Suryo Ajayata. Chakshu Suryo Ajayata. Surya, from Surya is born the Chakshu. Chakshu means what? That which sees. What that sees is the physical eye. But what actually sees is your Buddhi. Start seeing world with your Buddhi, then you are a Buddha. Start seeing world with your own inner judgments, reflections, reactions, then the world will look horrible. If you are a horrible person, the world will look horrible. If you are a beautiful person, the world looks Saundarya Lahari, beautiful, flow of beauty. So what gives that vision? Buddhi gives that vision. Where is that Buddhi coming from? Clarity. Who is giving that clarity? Sun God. Where is this Sun God shining as? Sun God is shining through as these Rubhus. That particular aspect of the sun which is giving clarity of vision to buddhi, viprasanne kaninike, ankte cha adganam nasti. Adganam na asti. Ankte cha adganam na asti. It is not there. What is not there? Adganam, that which obstructs the vision. Ankte, ank matlab eyes. Ankte cha adganam means whatever that filters that are there, those filters are gone. So physically, what are those filters? The clouds are the filters that are obstructing the sunlight to come through during the rainy season. But in autumn, all those clouds are cleared away from the sky. Therefore, what is shining through unobstructed is the Rubhunan Tannibodhata. Rubhus are coming forward and shining through. See how beautiful this is. It is applicable to what you directly see. It is applicable to inside. So what you have to have immediately know, when I am devoid of dukkha, akshidukha uttitasya eva, when your vision is cleared of dukkha, then you will have a pleasant vision, viprasanne kaninike. And in that pleasant vision, there is no obstruction, because you have applied this collyrium, the medicine. Guru Kripanjana payo mere bhai, andar Rama, bahar Rama. Jahan dekhe wahan puran kama, puran kama. Jahan dekhe wahan puran kama. Andar Rama, oh, bahar Rama. Guru Kripanjana payo mere bhai, andhar Rama, oh, bahar Rama. With the grace of this Guru Purnima, Buddha Purnima, the Gurus has applied this beautiful collyrium on your eyes. There is no obstacle to do yourself in every being. That is the essence of Guru Purnima. Buddha Purnima. Kanaka Bhani Vasamsi. Kanaka, okay, please repeat. Kanaka Bhani Vasagumsi.
Kanakabhani Vasagumsi.
Ahatani Nibodhata.
Ahatani Nibodhata.
Annamashnita Mrujmita.
Annamashnita Mrijmita.
Aham vo jivana pradaha.
Aham vo jivana pradaha.
Okay. Kanakabhani vasagumsi.
Kanakabhani vasagumsi. Kanakabhani vasagumsi.
Okay. I'm giving a little bit dirgham at the end only for the meter I am chanting in, but technically you know that it is a short vowel, right? When we chant fast. Kanakabhani vasagumsi.
Kanakabhani vasagumsi.
Ahatani nibodhata.
Ahatani nibodhata. Ahatani nibodhata.
Annamashnita mrujmita.
Annamashnita mrijmita. Annamashnita mrijmita.
Aham vo jivana pradaha.
Aham vo jivana pradaha. Aham vo jivana pradaha.
Okay, 4 lines together. Kanakabhanivasagumshe ahatani nibodhata annamashhnita mrujmita aham vo jivanapradaham.
Om Kanakabhanivasagumsi Ahatani Nibodhata Annamashhnita Mrijmita Aham Vo Jivanapradaha.
So, Kanakabhani, let's look at the words. He's showing the words on the, yes, he's highlighting the words. Kanakabhani, Kanakabhani, Vasamsi, Ahatani, Nibodhata. Nibodhata means to know that. Vasamsi, the clothes of the Sharat Rutu, the vesture of Sharat Rutu is Kanakabhani, radiant gold. Kanaka Bhani. Kanaka, the word Kanaka is is usually interpreted as gold. Kanaka Bhani, Bha means radiance. Kanaka Bhani, golden radiance. The vesture of the Sharat Rutu is the golden radiance. And also it is Ahatani Nibodhata. Ahatani. Nibodhata. Know that Vasamsi, the vesture of the Sharadrutu, is Kanakabhani, radiant gold, and Ahatani. Ahatani means they are ever fresh. They are never torn. They never get soiled. Then Annam Ashnita Mrujmita Aham Vaha Jeevanapradaha. Annam Ashnita. Please take your food in plenty. There is plentiful food. Please partake plentiful food. Mrujmita. Apply sandalwood to your hands. Apply these creams that are apply those. Those are also present in plenty. So there is food and there is these lotions that are coming from herbs, sandalwood, etc. Aham, I am, Vaha, your, Jeevanaprada, life giver. Jeevanaprada. Look, I'm giving you this life with incredible thing, a nutritious food that is going inside for your internal health, and also these creams for your external health. Okay. Why do you apply cream? For shiny skin? No. For shiny skin. Skin is what shines outside. Food is what shines inside. We are only worried about fair and lovely. Inside, whether we are fair and lovely, only God knows. When you eat food that is sattvic, you will be fair and lovely inside. When you apply outside fair and lovely, you will also be fair and look lovely. Mrujmita Annam, that is the inner significance of it. I'm telling it very lightly, but at the same time, you have to connect to the message. What is this Sharadrutu saying? I am your life giver, and the life that shines radiant both inside and outside. What a beautiful message. So therefore, that reference to the vesture as Kanakabhani, the gold that is shining radiant outside, and the gold, the Bangaru, inside. You are the gold. And when you are the gold, both your inside and outside are gold only. But most of our external appearances look like gold, but we are rolled gold. We are all rolled gold, not the actual gold. Why we are gold? Because God himself calls us gold. Bangaru. Bangaru. When he's saying Bangaru, he's saying, be like the gold. Sun, you are like the gold shining inside, shining outside. And when such statements are understood, know that Sharat has come into presence. Etavachaf prayuj. Repeat. Etavataf prayujyante.
एतावाचः प्रयुज्यन्ते
Sharadyatropadrishyate.
शरद्यत्रोपदृश्यते.
So that is even that's a sandhi between sharat, yatra, upadrishyate. 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 When you make the sandhi between those, sharadyatropadrishyate. Sharadyatropadrishyate. Yes? Are we good? Okay, now chant the mantra. Om Etavachav Prayujyante.
एतावाचः प्रयुज्यन्ते एतावाचः प्रयुज्यन्ते
Sharadyatropadrishyate.
शरद्यत्रोपदृश्यते शरद्यत्रोपदृश्यते
Etavachav Prayujyante. Sharadyatropadrishyate.
एतावाचः प्रयुज्यन्ते शरद्यत्रोपदृश्यते.
Etavachaha, we already went through the meaning of it. Etavachaha. Yatra, first is yatra. Yatra means where or when. Etavachaha, statements like this. Prayujyante are used. Then upadrishyate, what is closely seen or known, is sharat. Autumn is closely seen or understood or observed when you see such statements. So now this is a beautiful mantra. I don't know how it got related to Buddhism. Only Bhagavan is the one that makes those connections. So I'll chant the full mantra and then we'll go into the next. So what is the spirit and ambience of the Sharat Rutu? Now if you put the check marks against the things, what is the deity? What is the color of Sharad Rutu? Golden, radiant, gold color. Who are the deities associated with? Rubhus. What are the statements associated with it? Plentiful of food, that and life giver, the one who gives life both inside and outside. So now this Sharadrutu aspect of it, and Sharadrutu has 2 months in it. The first one is Ashvaja Masam, Ashvaja, month of Ashvaja. I don't know what those months are in Tamil. Please forgive me for Tamil speaking. The names of the mantras are different there in Tamil language. But the Sanskrit names, the Sanskritam names are Ashvajam and Kartikam. I think Kartikam is Kartikam in Telugu, in Tamil also. So Ashvaja, Kartika. What is Ashvaja Masa? Very popular for in Hinduism. Ashvaja Masa is very popular in Hinduism for celebration of Navaratri. And they are called Sharan Navaratri. Sharat plus Navaratri is Sharan Navaratri. And therefore, that represents the celebration of the manifestation of the Shakti. And that is the Ashvaja Masa, the month of Ashvaja. And that Sharat Paurnima, Ashvaja Paurnima is a very beautiful Paurnima. And that Ashvaja Paurnima is when the Rasa Leela has happened with Krishna. Okay, I won't get into all those Hinduism related things. But October, November also represents a celebration in various other religions also. Especially in Judaism and Islam, there are beautiful celebrations associated with those months. So, Ashvaja represents the power of Shakti. Kartika Masam represents the power of Shiva. And therefore, Shiva and Shakti shining through in these 2 months with inside and outside radiance. What is outside as creation is Shakti. What is inside and the creator is the Shiva. The combination of the two is what you experience with this radiant gold, beautiful, shining skies with full moon. Again, another Guru Purnima coming in Kartika Masam. Kartika Purnima is the Guru Purnima. So now if you look at, with the exception of the winter, now we will see that there is a Guru Purnima associated with 4. There are 2 seasons in which, in fact, all the Purnimas are auspicious. One of the Purnimas are very auspicious, but there are 2 Purnimas that are Magha Purnima and the Pushya Purnima. Pushya Purnima, if it happens with Ardra Nakshatram, then it is celebrated as the Tiruvadurai, the observance in Tiruvannamalai. Ardra Darshanam happens, but that doesn't come every year. So those 2 months, with the exception of Pushya Purnima and Magha Purnima, the rest of the 4 Purnimas are Guru Purnimas. And today is the Vaishakha Purnima, which is the Purnima during Vasanta Rutu. And in Grishma, and in the Grishma Rutu, see now if you look at every, I'm talking about all Purnimas now. Vasanta Rutu, Vaishakha Purnima is celebrated as Guru Purnima. And in summer, Grishma Rutu, Ashadha Purnima is celebrated as Guru Purnima, which is Vyasa Purnima. And in rainy season, Shravana Purnima is celebrated for Gayatri Mantra, Gayatri Diksha. Shravana Purnima. Then in Sharad Rutu, Kartika Purnima is Guru Purnima. In Hemant Rutu, which will come next, Margashira Purnima is Datta Purnima. Pushya Purnima, if it is associated with Ardra Nakshatram, is Tiruvadurai or the Ardra Darshanam observation. Magha Purnima is associated with the sun god himself that comes in February. Yeah, very clear, no? Very beautiful. What is the purpose of all of this? How did they design all these things? To keep the mind and intellect always in divine consciousness. These festivals come into place. At least you will say, oh, today is this. And therefore you will try to do something related to God work or related to something that you would like to be associated with. Otherwise, what is life? Indulgence in mundane world is how we spend our lives. Therefore, these festivals or these celebrations or these beautiful observations or observances are designed so that when the human nature falls down to animal nature, you will raise the animal nature at least to human nature. Okay. Human nature is falling down always to the animal nature. And at least it will raise to human nature. But if you're constantly in human nature, observing these things will push you to the divine nature. So let's go to the next mantra. Oh, 5 minutes left. Abhidhunvantaha. Okay, let's go to looking at the next mantra we are coming to. By the way, this last mantra we started the Anuvakam 4. Abhidhunvanto bhighnanta iva.
Abhidhunvanto bhighnanta iva.
Very good. Say it one more time with proper Mahapranas again.
Okay. Abhidhunvanto bhighnanta iva.
Fantastic. Vatavanto marudganah.
Vatavanto marudganaha.
Amuto jetu mishumukamiva.
Amuto mishumukhamiva. Amuto jetumish. One more time, please.
No, you will understand why this. There is the incredible thing is even the sound of the mantras are associated with what you are going to study later. Amuto jetu mishumukamiva.
Amuto jetumishumukhamiva.
Very good. Say 3 times, then you will be perfect.
Amuto jetumishumukhamiva.
Fantastic.
Amuto jetumishumukhamiva.
Very good. You know why you repeat the Veda mantra after the teacher 2 times? First time it is fluke. Second time it is real. First time you are just trying to repeat like a parrot. Second time you know what you are chanting. First time it is just repetition. And that repetition, that's why in the practice sessions I tell people, first time they will at least go. First time they just heard, no, it's like going to the exam with putting everything on your nose. And then once the exam is over, it doesn't stay with you. It is all lost. So, amuto jetu mishumukhamiva.
Amuto jetumishumukhamiva.
Sannadhasaha dadrisheha. Dadrisheha.
Sannadha saha dadrisheha.
Okay, very good. What Rutu we are going to come after this now? What is the Rutu now we are in? What is the season?
Hemant.
Winter.
Hemant.
Hemant Ritu.
Hemant Rutu. What is in English?
Winter.
Pre-winter.
Pre-winter. Yes. It's called fall here. In fall, pre-winter. Abhidhunvanto abhighranta iva vatavanto marudganah. Abhidhunvanto bhighnant. Abhidhunvanto bhighnanta iva.
Abhidhunvanto bhighnanta iva. Abhidhunvanto bhighnanta iva.
Vatavanto marudganah.
Vatavanto marudganah. Vatavanto marudganah.
Abhidhunvanto bhighnanta iva vatavanto marudganah.
Abhidhunvanto bhighnanta iva वातवन्तो मरुद्गणाः
अमुतो जेतुमिषुमुखमिव
अमुतो जेतुमिषुमुखमिव अमुतो जेतुमिषुमुखमिव
Sannadha. Okay, let's see. Sannadha. Okay. Sannadha sahadadrisheha.
सन्नद्धाः सहददृशेः सन्नद्धाः सहददृशेः.
Good chanting. Abhidhunvanto bhighnanta iva vatavanto marudganaha amuto jetumishumukamiva sannadha sahadadrisheha.
अभिधून्वन्तो भिघ्नन्त इव वातवन्तो मरुद्गणाः अमुतो जेतुमिषुमुखमिव सन्नद्धाः सहददृशेः.
Now let's look at these words. Abhidhunvantaha. Abhidhunvantaha. So in this Abhidhunvanta means that which shakes everyone and everything. Iva, here, Abhidhunvantaha, Abhighnantaha. Abhidhunvanta means shaking everyone and everything, otherwise called shaker. Abhighnanta means causing lot of turbulence. Causing lot of turbulence. Never suffer from happiness. Abhidhunvantaha, Abhighnantaha, iva. Being so, Vatavantaha, Marudganaha. Marudganaha is Marudganaha. Vatavantaha, blowing. So shaking everything, causing turbulence, and blowing like that. What is associated with? What is that associated with? Which element of the nature does that?
Wind.
Wind. That's why it is Marudganaha. In the fall, you have the presence of the Marudgana. Who was present in the autumn? Who are the deities? Rubhus. Who are the deities in Vasanta?
Vasu.
Vasu.
Rainy season?
Adityas.
Adityas. Oh, good. You are all ready for a quiz. I'll post a quiz. Abhidhunvantaha, Abhighnantaha, iva Vatavantaha, Marudganaha. Shaking everything, and it's like turbulent wind that is coming, shaking everything, everyone, and causing this turbulence with the strong blows. Marudganas are coming. And when they are coming, Amutaha Chetum Ishumukham Iva. Amutaha Jetum Ishumukham Iva. So when you do the Sandhi, it becomes Amuto Jetum Ishumukham Iva. Babu. Then you understand every word, then the chanting becomes so easy. Amuto Jetum Ishumukham Iva. Amutaha. Amuta means coming from higher world, from a higher plane. The wind is coming from higher planes. Wind is causing the turbulent wind is coming from higher planes, like a tornado is happening. No, Amuto. Then Amutaha means that Jetum, winning over everything. You seen a tornado? When that wind is coming like that, Jetum, nothing can be in its way. It will win over everything. It will come and uproot strongest buildings to everything. Amuto Jetum Ishumukham Iva. Ishumukham. Amuto Jetum Ishumukham Iva. Ishumukham means piercing arrows, pointed arrows, like pointed arrows it's coming. So the pointed arrow, when you see a tornado, you will know how pointed it comes, like a point. And then Sannadha, Sannadhah, Saha, Dadrusheha, Sannadhah. They're getting ready. All the people are getting ready to face this fearful wind. Sannadhah, Saha, Dadrushe. You will see that all the people are preparing themselves to face. That's why it's called fall. Not only the leaves are falling, but buildings are also falling because of tornadoes. Everything is, so that is the power of these Marudganas. So who are preparing? Now when you prepare, Sannadhaha Saha Dadrusheha. Okay, what's the time now? Oh, 6 minutes. So I think we'll pause here. So the presiding deities of the Hemanta Rutu are these wind forces, Marut Gana. Wind, also referred to as Vayu, also another name for it is Marut. The one who is born to Marut is Maruti. Who is that?
Hanuma.
Hanuman.
And therefore, these Maruts, the wind, they're like forces, some forces that are subtle, some force that are turbulent. If you actually observe within, there are 5 life forces that are associated with this movement. Vayu, Marut means that which is moving. And that which is moving within us is also the prana. There are only 2 things that are moving. I explained this during the Laksha Lingarchana in Puttaparthi. There are only 2 things that are moving within us. Fundamentally, only 2 things that are moving. Who remembers?
Prana and thoughts.
Thought and breath.
Yes. We are all ready to take classes now. Very good. So, this Marut Gana is the movement. It's the life force movement within. And this life force movements, fundamentally, we think of only 5. Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. Those are the Sanskritam words. But actually speaking, there are 49 different types of wind forces that are present in the body. 49. Gross level only 10. Gross, even if you condense that, even only 5. But within every one of these, and this is an incredible sadhana in Kriya Yoga. I won't get into that here because Kriya Yoga is in Kriya Yoga, what is described is they put a effort to connect to the fundamental movements associated with all the 7 chakras. So there are 7 movements associated with these chakras at 7 different, energy centers in the body. So that 7 times 7 is 49. So in yoga, there are 14 Kriya Yoga, especially they practice Kriya Yoga with connecting to those movements present at all those energy centers. But let's all put all of that stuff aside. But in the Mother Nature itself, you will notice there is a still breeze. Huh? That's an oxymoron, no? What is a still breeze? Huh? There is a still breeze to a huge tornado. And there is in between, all from a still breeze to a tornado, in between you can notice movements associated. It's an incredible thing in presence, when you are completely aware of yourself. You can even begin to notice the movement of your eyelids. Eyelids. Imagine if that wind does not move your eyelids. That's like a still breeze. You're nothing is noticed. Huh? You didn't hear a sound, nothing like that. But when you close your eyelids, there is a subtle, very beautiful breeze associated with it. To that level of presence, you can come associated with the movement. Then you will hear the sound in the silence. This is the actual yoga. The rest of it is all. If you truly want to understand what that sadhana is, connecting to that fundamental movement is the real sadhana. And that is the ability to listen to sound in silence. That is the ability. These movement of the movement of the eyelids is called krukara. The name for it. So there is a name associated with every one of those. Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana, naga, kurma, krukara, datta, dhananjaya. The next level of 5 gross. The first 5 and the next 5. Naga, kurma, krukara, datta, dhananjaya. Krukara is the movement of the eyelid. Wind associated with the movement of the eyelid. Now, when you actually begin to comprehend what would we be without that movement of the eyelid? Supposing if you have an eye condition where one of the eyelids doesn't close as much or both the eyelids don't close properly, it would be hell. It would be hell. And who designed that eyelid movement just to protect that eye from not getting dehydrated? Comprehend, going to that level of now understanding all these 49, telling their names and all of that is an intellectual exercise. You can go Google it and you will find all the 49. But what does that do? How does that help? So the 5 aspects of the gross aspect, plus there are 2 more aspects which are associated, will become the 7. And in all these 7, these beautiful subtle movements are there. Some turbulent, some subtle, some gross, and everything in between. And know that those are associated with the Hemanta Rutu. And we'll close there. Then Yadaksharapada Bhrashtam. Everybody's blissed out. Okay. Rico, can you chant Yadaksharapada Bhrashtam? Today is Buddha Purnima.
Om
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यत् भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व सा ईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व सा ईश्वरा अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष स ईश्वरा हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु.
Very good. Beautiful chanting. As silent as the Buddha. Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay, there are no questions on the chat. Are there any questions? Sudhakar, when was that Buddha Purnima thing that happened in Vancouver? I was trying to remember.
It was 2016, I think.
Wow, almost 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, exactly 9 years ago, Buddha's revelation from Swami. You remember that talk?
We always reminisce about it.
Oh,
The 4 words.
The 4 words. Buddhu,
Buddha, Buddhi,
Buddhu,
Buddhu.
Buddhu, Buddha,
Buddha.
Buddhi, Buddha. That's the message of Buddha Purnima. Yes, no more questions. Okay. All right. I think everybody is wants to go out and celebrate Mother's Day. So we'll leave it there. Om Swastif Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishah Go Brahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti